a new era of super smashing is almost upon us. With even more faces to recognize, it can be daunting to pick the brother that's right for you. As we charge forward to Brawl's release date, let's explore the origins and abilities of the newest combatants to bring their own level of martial arts to the competition. King DDD was introduced in Kirby's Dream Land in 1992 for the Game Boy. Appearing in nearly all of the 15-plus Kirby games in the series, DDD acts as the chief villain in most of them. He inhales and spits out enemies just like Kirby, but is known more for his giant ground-pounding mallet. King DDD enters Brawl in a heavyweight class alongside Bowser and Donkey Kong. Despite his size, he leaps high into the air similar to Bowser, slamming into the ground when he lands. With his side special attack, he tosses enemies at opponents. As expected, DDD uses his mallet to pound enemies, but this time, it's mechanized, allowing him to charge it up like Donkey Kong's Power Punch. Unlike the ape, though, DDD takes damage if you charge too long. When he collects the Smash Ball, DDD calls for his militia of minions to do his dirty work. Instead of their usual speed, these guys are extra fast and much more lethal. The mysterious Meta Knight first appeared in Kirby's Adventure for the NES in 1993. Although he often fights Kirby throughout the series, he isn't exactly evil, as time and again, he'll assist Kirby on his adventure. He looks a lot like Kirby, except he wears a cape and mask, and battles only with a sword. In Link-like fashion, Meta Knight performs a tornado attack, sucking enemies into its vortex. His side special attack drills opponents and can be directed with an upward or downward force, setting up juicy combos. Similar to a mid-air dodge, Meta Knight's special down move throws a cloak over himself, making him disappear. Just tap the direction you want him to reappear, then attack. When Meta Knight gets the Smash Ball, he swings his cape into an opponent. If it lands, his attack radius increases, engulfing everyone into the darkness.
Mamma mia!
Meta Knight's stage is his very own battleship. First seen in Kirby Superstar for the Super NES, combatants begin their fight alongside the ship. Eventually, they'll land on board, where dodging its barrage of missiles and beams is a priority. In 1994, Diddy Kong made his debut as Donkey Kong's sidekick in Donkey Kong Country for the Super NES, and 1 year later in its sequel, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. Since then, he starred in the very successful Diddy Kong Racing on the N64 and several Mario sports games. As expected, Diddy borrows many of his moves from his previous games. His classic Donkey Kong Country cartwheel is back, as well as his rocket barrel boost from Donkey Kong 64. This time, though, he has a peanut pop gun. It can be charged up, and sometimes the peanut shells explode to reveal edible peanuts to restore health. If Diddy snatches the Smash Ball, he becomes a dual pop gun-wielding rocketeer, hovering above everyone else firing below. His new stage, which could also be Donkey Kong's as well, takes cues from Jungle Beat on the GameCube. Similar to Icicle Mountain in Melee, Rumble Falls constantly scrolls upward as you climb to avoid death from below. The Pokémon Trainer was first introduced in the US in the first Pokémon game for the Game Boy in 1998. In charge of raising, collecting, and battling hundreds of Pokémon, the trainer, who later receives the name Ash Ketchum in the TV cartoon series, has found his way into over 25 games. Bearing a similar look to Ash, the Pokémon trainer in Brawl takes control of 3 Pokémons during battle: Charizard, Squirtle, and Ivysaur. Although he controls just one at a time, he can freely swap out one for another in an ordered fashion, and this is a must, as each Pokémon has its own stamina that weakens over time. Knowing each one's strengths and when to use them is vital to the trainer's success. Charizard's side special Rock Smash is very powerful. Squirtle's water spitting ways are a specialty, and Ivysaur's Vine Whip is ideal for getting back on the stage. As predicted, the Pokémon Trainer's final smash has all 3 Pokémon combining forces to unleash a triple finish on anyone within their vicinity. The trainer gets its own upgraded stage in Pokémon Stadium 2. The terrain frequently changes, like in Melee, but now into an ice and flying stage. The latter features powered fans, decreasing everyone's gravity as they fight in midair.